It's been a while ever since I talked about soccer, my biggest love ever. I want to start off by saying I hope this is all speculation, right? Because right now, most of us are not sure. Like, we're all wondering, is it true that Neymar wants to go back to Barcelona, or is it just speculation? I don't know, but I hope it's just speculation. Because at this point, I don't know, and I don't think there's anyone who will take this boy seriously ever again. And I'll tell you the reason. Because in the very first place, when Neymar left Barcelona to go to PSG, I'm one of the people who defended him, even though I thought that was really strange for someone to leave an A plus team in the prime of almost the prime of their career to go to a lesser team. I found that really strange, you know what I mean? Because by the time Neymar left, you couldn't compare Barcelona to PSG. Even right now, it's still hard to make that comparison. You know what I mean? So it's so confusing. And I'm in a situation where I'm wondering, like, does this boy have any empathy? Well, I know there's no loyalty in sports and these things, but at the end of the day, how are you gonna keep switching between clubs like that? Like, of the two clubs, who's gonna take you seriously? You know what I mean? You go like Barcelona to PSG. Oh, now I'm sick of PSG. Now I go back to Barcelona. Like, what makes Barcelona think that you'll remain with them after going there? Barcelona may be like, oh, what if after some time it's like, oh, now I have to go to Real Madrid. Oh, now I have to go to Africa. Now I have to go where? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's getting too much drama. Like, now this is too much like comedy. It's like now comedy. That's why I said at this point it's all speculation, and I hope it ends at speculation. Because to be honest, at your age, Neymar, and for a man, you being a man, I can't imagine someone who's undecisive at your age. This is so complicated. You know what I mean? If you are 16, 17, 18, 19, I would kind of understand because at that age, you know what I mean? The frontal lobe is not fully developed yet. You know what I mean? But at your age right now, you have no excuse. Your frontal lobe should be fully developed. You should know what you're doing. And who do you think like gonna take you seriously if you're just hopping around like teams like that? You know what I mean? I defended Neymar that time because I was like, you know what, me, I can't judge someone I've never spoken to, someone I've never, been with one to one. So I defended them. I was like, you know what? I think there's something that us people on the outside will never understand why Neymar decided to leave Barcelona. Because there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that the regular or normal fan like me or you who's watching, there's things you'll never understand. You know what I mean? There's things you'll never understand. We can only understand the things we see in the tabloids. You know what I mean? So it gets so tricky, it gets so complicated for us regular fans. But now in this situation, like I'm seeing it again all over. Just like that time. At first I thought it was a joke when they said Neymar wanna leave Barcelona for PSG. At first I thought it was a joke. It kept running in the tabloids again. And before I knew it, it was real. You know what I mean? So right now I'm starting to believe this man is sick of PSG. You know what I mean? Well, I don't really know. Like, it's just getting too hectic. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. I'm somehow feeling sorry for even PSG. You know what I mean? Because the investment they made and all those things we heard of how they really all the things they did to bring him out, like getting the actual money, putting it in his account so that he pays himself, like he buys himself out of that club. This is all like you when you think about it, you start to feel like sorry for these people. You know what I mean? Because what these players need to understand at the end of the day, also these are human beings. This is business. Like people are trying to make money. Like, but it's they're trying to make money, but also you have to play your part. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. It's getting too hard at this point. I cannot defend Neymar anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm not a PSG or Barcelona fan. I don't care. You know what I mean? But now I'm looking at people that are losing too much money over things that are really so confusing. You know what I mean? You leave Barcelona, go to a lesser team, then all of a sudden from PSG to Barcelona, like it's just too confusing, you know. And I have nothing against PSG. I love PSG. But of course, I'm not gonna lie to you that PSG is bigger than Barcelona. I'm not gonna make this mistake. I can't. You know what I mean? That's why in this video I'm calling PSG a lesser team to Barca. You know what I mean? So I really don't get it. Me, I get too confused. I'm like, what's this? Like, what's going on? Like, how can a 27-year-old person not be decisive at this point in their career? Because in soccer, 27, you're supposed to be flying. 27, 28, 29, you're supposed to be flying, you know? Now, the the moment you said you were going to PSG, I kind of feel like you believed you would be in your prime. You know what I mean? So you knew which team you were going to in your prime. So it's just getting too hectic. It's just getting too. I'm even lost for words. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Because me, I don't know if there's anyone who can still defend this boy. It's just I don't know which people are in his circle. That's where the biggest problem is. It's our circles. I'm telling you, in life, that's where the biggest problem is. So I don't know which people are in Neymar's circle. I don't know if it's people advising him on these things. I don't know if it's him that sleeps and he dreams that, oh, now I want to go there. Or like it's this needs divine intervention. Like me, I feel like this now needs I don't know. It needs the Pope to come and talk to this boy, because it's just too much. It's just too much comedy, too much drama. You know what I mean? You need to make up your mind, because I don't really know what to say, man. Like even the more, even if you really wanted to defend Neymar, like it gets so like there's a lot of things that right there that are just too confusing, man. For 4 years in a row you miss matches and you get injured at the same time. Like people try to let that slide, then all of a sudden then all these things start coming up. It just gets too confusing, you know. Even for the average fan, like it gets too confusing. Me, I really follow soccer every day, but I know even for the average fans or the casual fans, they would find that really mind boggling. You know what I mean? So man, me, I can only wish Neymar the best. I cannot wish that he doesn't succeed. I like Neymar. I wish him the best, but I just hope he finds the right people in his circles to tell him the truth. Because you can't be at 27 a soccer player. You can't be bouncing around like this. You know what I mean? I feel like, well, I'm not him. I'm not gonna say, oh, he should have gone here, should have gone. Blah. No, that's his choice, you know. But him, he knows right now at his age, he's supposed to be. Now this is like the final stretch. You know what I mean? So if you still have this kind of confusion in the final stretch of your career, it's not good, man. I love PSG. I feel like PSG is a team full of young, hungry players. Mbappe, all those guys. Personnel, is it Kuzawa? Is it Cavani? Cavani is getting older, but still League One, he can still do something in that league. You know, I feel like PSG is a strong team, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the person. It comes down to the individual. You know what I mean? I haven't heard that Neymar has a problem with the coach. I haven't heard that Neymar has a problem with the players. This seems like it's hard to explain. He needs to come out and address the public what's going on. You know, because the tabloids will keep dragging you, dragging you, dragging you, dragging you. And then there's something else I wanted to talk about. It's to do with Mino Raiola. I don't know why the tabloids they keep dragging that man, that oh, this guy this guy that. He's an agent. You know what I mean? He talks to his player. So they all come to a consensus. You can't tell me that Mino Raiola is forcing players to get out of the teams. You know what I mean? There's the buyer and the seller. So all these people come to a consensus. But I'm not gonna go into the details as to why I think this man is hated, but it's all good, man. This is how life is. There's always people that they always have to scapegoat for everything. Me, I don't like it, but what can I do, man? It's how the media want to scapegoat him and all that, and it's one specific tabloid that I see always trying to pull him down. I won't even waste my time mentioning that tabloid, you know. But it is what it is. Mino has made his money. You guys can complain all that you want. His players, I don't hear any of his players complaining about him. It's just you, the tabloids, that are bothered by his business. You know what I mean? Because an agent, he gotta deal with the player and the purchasing team. So if all those three people they come to a consensus, you media, you can say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? You can pull down that man all you wanna pull him down. It's not gonna work, you know? Because soccer is business. Everyone has to get what they're supposed to get, you know? Us watching it from the outside, if you're gonna be jealous that someone is making a lot of all that money, that's how life is. You're all not gonna make that money. You know what I mean? You don't know how far he came in his life, you know, to just sit down there behind your computer and start dragging him, you know. So anyway, I'll uh, I'll come back and talk about other things, but it had been a while ever since I talked about soccer, and I feel like I that's the sport I love the most. You know what I mean? So, well, time I'll come back and address other things. As always, Milan Marines. Let me know what you think, guys. It's summer, so transfers are all over the place. I don't know why this Pepe boy of Lille, I don't know Lille. I don't know why he can't get a club. Me, I think he's a very good player. That boy. I don't know how. Oh, I think his team is asking for a lot of money. I heard is it 60 million, 60. That's well, but he's good. But I don't. I think 60 million they're asking for too much. You know, it's like they're selling someone from Premier League. You know, League One be asking for 60 million. That's gonna be complicated. Trust me. But anyways, I'll end it at this, and I'll come back and we'll talk about other things, guys. Peace.